This is TCS sexual harassment case, how an undercover police operation busted accuser red-handed. And that's the sad thing. The fact that it had to go all the way to an undercover police operation is sad. That is sad. It should have never gotten that far. It should have never gotten that far. Take it to your superiors, one thing. They don't do anything, you take it to the higher ups. If they don't do anything, you take it to the boss. If they don't do anything, shut the company down. Shut the company down. Put it up for sale. It's that simple.
An undercover operation was conducted in TCS's office by 7 women police officers to bust a sexual harassment case. 8 employees of
So they had to send in women officers. Of course. Of course.
TCS's Nashik office were accused of sexual harassment and rape. The case,
I gotta say, well, it says accused, but the thing is, the female officers were the one being harassed. Take their masks off. Again, these people need to start being publicly shamed. They need to start being publicly shamed. I find it ridiculous. I'm all for publicly shaming, especially when the majority of the time they're just gonna get a slap on the wrist. It's like, oh, you got caught. You got caught. Go out and try again. You got caught. Go out and try again. No, publicly shame him. Publicly shame them.
first came into light when a woman complained alleging that a colleague maintained a physical relationship with her, promising marriage. After the police's investigation, 7 more women have come forward and submitted a sexual harassment complaint against their employees. During their undercover investigation, the police caught the accused red-handed as he misbehaved with his female colleagues. To establish a strong case, the police is now investigating over 40 CCTV tapes to build a strong case against the accused. The registered complaint says that the women were touched inappropriately, forced to consume non-veg food, and that there were objectionable comments.
Forced? Now, yeah, that's just, again, that is incredibly disgusting. If it goes against something you feel wholeheartedly, that is so barbaric. That is so freaking barbaric. I'm trying to think. I mean, that is like someone forcing me to eat a squid tentacle. I hate fish. I think fish is disgusting, but that's gummy. I mean, I've eaten one before. It's like gummy and chewy and has no flavor and disgusting. Like, but again, I am able to. But there are some people who literally feel like it's against their. There's a word for it in Hinduism, like against it. It's against them. It's against like their code or whatever. So they just won't do it. They just won't do it. And the fact that they're being forced to eat meat is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Because I'm just picturing like for me, it's like, since I'm basically, I could eat anything. I could eat anything. I don't eat everything because I'm being respectful to my wife. But at the same time, I could eat anything and it wouldn't be an issue. But the fact that you're forcing people, like, again, me being forced to eat cow dung, me being forced to eat human poop, me being forced to eat from the cat's litter box. That's literally how I have to equate it. Sure, it's actual real food and it probably actually tastes good, but the thing is, it's completely against who they are. I would never eat animal feces. I would never eat human feces. Just like how a lot of the people who are feel that way, they'll never eat animal meat or any form of meat. And then they're being forced to. Like, I have to think of it like I'm being forced to eat poop. I'm being forced to eat poop. It's disgusting. It's seriously disgusting.
Made about their personal lives. TCS has said that they have zero tolerance policy against harassment. The company has terminated 7 of the 8 employees that were accused. The 8th employee is the firm's HR manager who failed to intervene in the matter after...
Of course. Oh, the HR manager. Of course the HR manager is in cahoots.
Receiving several complaints.
TCS कंपनी है उसकी जो ऑपरेशन हेड है उसको कोर्ट पे प्रोड्यूस किया था। तो इसके बारे में ये जो पीड़ित महिलाएं थे, इन्होंने ये ऑपरेशन मैनेजर के पास टाइम टू टाइम शिकायतें की थी, लेकिन ये ऑपरेशन मैनेजर होते हुए और उनके ऑफिस में पॉश कमेटी है, पॉश कमेटी की भी ये सदस्य है, और ये सदस्य होते हुए भी उसने ये जो महिला
I feel like the HR manager should get fired for, well, if it's literally brought to you and you do nothing to protect those women, you should be terminated for being complicit in what was going on. The men probably should receive some criminal time and have a criminal record for some of the things they have done, most likely, especially being forced to eat meat when it's completely against what they believe in. And then at the same time, maybe the HR who's just too afraid to do anything, you just terminate them. The fact that they're still at the company is just insane.
की जो कंप्लेंट है उसके बारे में कॉग्निजेंस न लेते हुए अक्यूज लोग जो है तो उनको उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया।
The police also
It's not just men. It's not just men. There is civilized and uncivilized. The problem is those men are uncivilized. Are you gonna approach a bunch of women and then force them to eat something you want them to eat? Are you gonna force to marry them? Like, you have to put yourself in these situations. You have to put yourself, are you gonna do those things? And if you are, go seek help. If you are, go seek help because you have a problem. If you do not respect other human beings, you have a problem. The fact that you're able to say it's just men proves that you might have a problem. You might need to get some help. I'm serious. I'm not being. If you literally think that, you might need some help because this is not normal. This is not normal. We've left barbaric tendencies back in the Stone Age, when we would walk out of our cave, club the man who was with a woman, take the woman to our cave with us, and then that woman was now ours. We left that back in the day. There's no way you can say that it's just men. It's barbarians. It's barbarians. And if you think that way and you're a guy, go seek help. Go seek help. You're a part of the problem. You're a part of the problem. And I'm serious about that. You are a part of the problem, Arain, if you literally believe that. If you literally believe that.
has said that the woman who complained had approached her senior manager multiple times, but there was no action taken.
Muslims in Hyderabad are cowards who accept Islam and convert and lost their mother tongue, Telugu, and accept Urdu. I think I said that correctly. Urdu, because it symbolizes Muslims. I mean, I wouldn't know about Urdu, but at the same time, I mean, again, I don't know much when it comes to religious, like, languages or whatever. I don't care. Like, the Bible's written in like three languages. This is the reason I hate Hyderabadi Muslims. Oh, because they're all fake. They're all fake. Yeah, that's probably it. Because there are people who just forced out of fear, who change out of fear. Again, I've always witnessed people who have died for their beliefs, who have been executed for their beliefs because they refuse to bend the knee, and it says a lot for that. It says a lot for people who are willing to do that.
The allegations include attempts of religious conversion at the workplace, which took place between February 2022 and March 2026. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis has called this matter very serious, and he also praised Nashik police for its prompt action.
4-5 मुस्लिम वहाँ पर
The police. It should have never gotten to the police. It should have never gotten to the police. It should have been done in house. It should have been done in house.
एक कंपनी वाले वर्कर है और ऑफिसर्स है, उन्होंने लड़कियों को अमीश बताकर हम आपको जॉब दे रहे, अच्छी तनख्वाह देंगे, ऐसे बोलकर उनको फंसाया गया है.
Levi, most of all in India are converted, but converted think they are best from the OG, which is funny. Well, of course, they have to think that way. They have to think that. Levi, obviously not all men, but it stems from patriarchy, that religion. Again, every single human being has to take responsibility for their own actions. You can't claim that, oh, I'm a man, I just took advantage of that woman because I'm a man. That's not going to hold up in a court case. How idiotic is that? That's like a woman going like, oh yeah, I killed him. He cheated on me. I mean, that's not going to hold up in a court case. How idiotic is that? It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You have to take responsibility for your own actions. You have to. And the problem is like some people believe themselves to be superior, and that's the problem. It's the superiority complex. I mean, I am superior. I mean, of course. I mean, look at me. I am superior. But yeah, I mean, you have to, like, there's nothing wrong with being happy with who you are, but you can never look down on other people. You just can't. You can be welcoming of them. You can roll your eyes when you realize you got an annoying neighbor, but at the same time, you can't look down on them. They're a human being. They're a human being.
उनका धर्मांतरण किया गया है, उनको नमाज पढ़ने लगाते हैं, उनको रोजा पकड़ने लगाते हैं। रमजान ईद में हमारे गौ माता का मांस उन्हें जबरदस्ती खिलाया जा रहा है। हमारे भगवान के बारे में बहुत गंदी भाषा में टीका टिप्पणी की जाती है।
These men do not represent Islam. No, they're extremists. They're hateful people. That's who they are. They're hateful people, and hateful people need to be completely removed. It's like a tumorous limb. You have to remove it. You have to remove it, because the problem is like there are people who were born in Japan who have lived in Japan all their life, like Muslims who were born and lived in Japan all their life, who are now being told that they need to leave because of all the recent people who have moved there that have caused nothing but a massive problem. And now all Japanese people hate all Muslims. Why? Because they have been such a nuisance that now people who have lived there peacefully, grew up there peacefully, are now being roped with the whole thing. You have to call out the extremism and have to completely remove that toxic limb, that poisonous limb.
उनको समझाया जाता है कि हमारे भगवान कैसे हैं, कैसे थे। मुझे लगता है ये बहुत गंभीर बात है, और कई लड़कियों का धर्मांतरण भी किया गया है, लड़कों का भी किया गया है, नौकरी का आमिष बताकर, सर्विस से जॉब का आमिष बताकर।
I'm not Mexican.
मुझे लगता है ये बात बहुत गंभीर है, सीरियस है। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री ने, सरकार ने गंभीरता से इस बात को लिया है।
TCS has issued an official statement in which they said, and I quote,
No, Ajay, I will say it is extremism. It is extremism. Just because something says to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. It doesn't. I don't care if it's religion. I don't care if it's the president. I don't care if it's the Pope. Just because they say you're supposed to doesn't mean you have to do it. We all have to be held accountable to our own morality. We all have to be held accountable for what we do. We can't blame an entire religion for things that some people in that religion are doing, because there are people with moral compasses in that religion that look at that and go like, well, that was from a different time. That was from a different time. That was over 1,000 years ago. Like no one, you can take elements from something and be like, all right, I'll follow this, and this. This is from a darker time. Maybe it represents this now. I don't want to say it's all evil, even though there are some things in there, like the way it says to basically kill and eradicate and like remove anyone that isn't a follower. You can reinterpret it different ways. Like my friend Ibrahim, he was like, oh, well, it says this, but I view it as those people are lost and you have to include them, accept them, and have them convert. If not, you can't be associated with them. And this is how he explained it. You can't be associated with them because they're a rot. That's how he perceived those verses, those very hateful verses. That's the thing. It's just like eventually these people need to see things for themselves. They have to be held accountable. It's their own issue. And the fact that these people are allowed a green light due to their to allow barbaric tendencies is it. Sure, they're given a green light, but at the same time, they should be able to be like, you know what, this seems kind of wrong.
TCS has a long-standing zero-tolerance policy towards harassment and coercion of any form. We have always ensured the highest standards of safety and well-being for our employees at the workplace. As soon as we were made aware of the matter in Nashik, we took swift action.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's just insane. They think they are Arabs because they speak Urdu, but in reality, they are just some lower caste Telugu people who got forcibly converted and made them lose their mother tongue. Oh yeah, you said that. I am a Hindu and you can eat beef. I don't give a crap. I mean, that's the thing. It's just like it's different perspectives. Some people view things differently. Again, it goes back to what I was saying about viewing interpretations differently. Like there are those who refuse to eat any animal. There are those who just exclusively refuse to eat beef, who will eat chicken, fowl, or well, chicken is fowl. Like they'll eat chicken, all kinds of birds. They'll eat mutton. They'll eat rabbit, but they'll just not eat like cow. But at the same time, like again, everyone has different perspectives. Everyone does. You can't go a 1-to-1 with it. Like that's the thing. Like I was saying, you're kind of proving my point with the whole that people need to be held accountable for their own actions. It's just, again, you choose to, like, you can do whatever, you don't care, but at the same time, everyone is different, and you have to interpret things how you best believe they should be interpreted, and for the greater good of society. For the greater good of society, in the end, it has to be for the greater good of society, because society is crazy. Society is crazy.
You guys got a video? What's so bad?
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait, Sandra.